Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk. Tonight, we've kind of gotten a little smaller, I think, but that's okay. Um, yeah. So tonight, we're starting off. We're really excited about this breakfast. Well, let me put it over to Brooke because she's the one that really made the decision on what we were going to cook tonight. So
I chose breakfast wars, because everyone loves breakfast and everyone loves breakfast for dinner. And my sister calls it B for D, and we have B for D in our house like once a week. The criteria was having one main entree and one side dish. You could have additional side dishes, but they're not going to count towards your points because, for breakfast, you can just make something really quick and simple, and that's not really a side. So we're going to be looking for a side and an entree. So I'm excited.
Yay!
yeah, so tonight, I guess we just, before we get into it, I just want to say, I mean, we all know myself, Zen, Rob, Michael, and Brooke, but Kimberly is actually new to the cast, and she is a judge, and we're really excited, super excited to have her. I know she was supposed to be on last week, but due to some technical difficulties, I can't even talk, and Windows 10. Thank you very much, Windows 10. A couple of us were having issues, so so we're really excited to have you, Kimberly. I'm so glad that you made it tonight, and super happy for you.
Thank you. I'm glad to see if I can be of service and do good. I'm really nervous, guys, so you gotta bear with me a little bit. This is the first time
It's
I've done something
okay.
like this.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous.
No, we
Yeah.
know.
Only Michael bites, and he's caged right now.
Yeah, he is.
I nibble, so hush.
He does. He's the only one you have to really be careful of, and
Right.
yeah. So, but yeah. So anyway, welcome, and I guess we'll get started. So first is Robsy. So what you got for us?
Okay, so breakfast is one of my favorite meals. It actually is my favorite meal. And I wanted to step outside the box a little bit and make something that was very creative yet healthy, because I am really trying to refocus on losing my regain and just really trying to be informative to the viewers for those of you that may not cook, or give you different options than what would be just considered a normal breakfast. So what I brought tonight, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to explain to you guys what it is. This is what I went ahead and brought tonight, and I love nectarines and blackberries together. They're absolutely an amazing taste, okay? Then this thing you see here is absolutely amazing, you guys. It is, I'm going to explain it to you, but I want you to see it. There's 3 different layers to it. The bottom one is obviously potato based, and then we have maple glazed salmon, okay, thin, very, very thin, and then an egg on top. Now you can choose to pan fry your egg or poach it, it's your choice. On this one, because of time restrictions, I obviously pan fried it, and that's what I did. So let me explain to you guys what it actually is. So in this meal, and I'm not considering the fruit because that's a healthy portion of fruit, and we all know that you have to be careful not to eat too many fruits because of sugars and things like that. But that's a normal portion of fruit for someone. So inside of this concoction that I made, which I've had this in San Diego on Coronado Island before, it was absolutely amazing. I don't remember what the name of it is. It's 316 calories, 242 milligrams of sodium, 13.1 net carbs, and 34.2 grams of protein. So for people that are really watching your figures, you can't go wrong with this. Now, the base, again, is 3 red-skinned baby potatoes. I took those, I wrapped them inside of a wet paper towel, put them in the microwave for 5 minutes, took them out and smashed it. I did leave the skin on because there's a lot of vitamins and minerals in that skin. It's good to eat unless you just absolutely can't tolerate it due to like texture or something like that. It's really good to eat. Inside of there, there's also spinach, which I just pulled apart. The important thing is you don't really want to cut your spinach and do a lot of things if you're going to use it for like a show, because you don't want to bruise the spinach. You want to be able to see the green in it. And when I cut this, I think you guys will be able to see that. And then also I have some onions in there, just regular yellow onion, diced up. And you can do the proportion that you like. I only made one of these. It's a very simple thing to make just one of. And then I browned it up in a pan on the oven and used grass-fed butter. So I really like that. And then the next layer is the salmon. And what I did was I took a piece of salmon. It was raw. I sliced it with a knife the long way. And then I took and opened up those slits and put maple syrup inside of it, and then maple syrup on the top. It's a great way to add flavor throughout your salmon if you like to do it that way. You can also put paprika in there. You can put garlic in there. You can put salt and pepper in between those slices that you make with the knife on the salmon. Just don't cut it all the way through. Just cut it a little bit down into the salmon enough to be able to do that. Then I put it into the oven on 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and I let it cook. When it was done, I sliced it apart. I took the rest of the maple syrup effects that was in the bottom of the cooking pan. I put it into the fry pan and just simmered them very lowly so that it all connected to the salmon. I put that on top of the potato cake and then just simply fried an egg and put it on top. So that's what it looks like, you guys. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I ain't even going to lie. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it so that you guys can see the inside of it. Because that's one thing I hate people don't do is they don't cut open their stuff enough and let people see what they got going on. If you know what I'm saying.
True. Full disclosure.
Right. So let me cut this, which this is going to be a mess, but that's okay. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like on the inside. You have the potato cake, you have the salmon on there, and you have the egg. This is going to be absolutely amazing, you guys. And if you don't want to put maple syrup on your salmon, you don't have to. I generally do not like my meal sweet to the taste, but this does not have an overbearing taste because all the flavors that are in here are natural flavors. I did not add any spices other than salt and pepper to taste on top of the eggs. So let me take a taste of this, you guys, and I'm going to show it to you before I put it into my big mouth. Okay, so there it is. We got everything going on right there in that single piece. You can see it on there. Let me see. You guys, that is amazing. Here is a piece. I want you guys to be able to see this. Here is a piece of all of the spinach that's inside of the potato. Just absolutely amazing, you guys. So that's what I made tonight. It's going to be good. I'm going to enjoy it while the other chefs show their food. And I hope you guys can really see it because it really is a piece of beauty. And there is the salmon throughout. Okay? Thank you. I'll answer any questions if anybody has any.
So you guys have any questions?
You did such a good job of explaining it.
Yeah. It looks amazing on that red plate booth.
Thank you.
The egg was perfectly. You could have cut it open, and it could have been like a disaster. It could have just been.
Right. It really is. It really is amazing, you guys. The taste. There's so many tastes, and the thing I like about it is, just with the salmon, and other than like the maple and the salt and pepper that I put on it, I didn't overdo it with spices and stuff because you have the natural taste of a potato and the natural taste of an onion and the spinach and just the egg yolk and the salmon in general. I mean, it all just goes together really, really well. And
You
again,
have lots of little details. I can see, like, you don't need anything else.
right. You didn't need to put sauces on it. You didn't need to put cheese on it. You don't need to put those things on it because, you know, I'm not saying you gotta keep a check mark, but if you don't use those things on your breakfast and then you want to enjoy them for your lunch or your dinner, you can, and you're not overeating. So instead of putting cheese on this, just enjoy the taste that's on there. Instead of putting a gravy or like a biscuit gravy or something on this, just admire the tastes that are there because everything truly tastes so natural that it's so good. And again, I mean, when you see blackberries and nectarines cut together, you guys, it's just an absolutely amazing look. It's so summery. I remember eating this meal sitting out on a little patio at a restaurant, which I don't remember the name of. It was in San Diego on Coronado Island. And I got this, and I thought, that is absolutely amazing. And so I wanted to make it tonight so that everybody could see it. I know it's not a traditional breakfast, but it is a breakfast, and it is absolutely amazing. So I hope everybody liked it, and if the viewers have any questions, you're welcome to ask, and I'll be glad to answer. Thank you.
Yeah, that looks really amazing. I've never really thought about having, salmon with my breakfast.
I know.
To try that.
Oh, yeah. That looks so good. I'm on my way. I'm just going to disconnect now and start driving. That 34 protein, too, is awfully hard to beat for, and it looks filling, too. It looks like it'd be very filling, and you could have that for breakfast or dinner, or even lunch, anything.
Absolutely.
Very versatile meal. I'm real impressed.
Thank you, son.
Yeah. Well, we do have a couple of comments. So Anna Texana said, "Hi y'all," and she said that she's been having a little bit of issues, but before she gets kicked out again, hi and good luck to you all. You're all looking great. And then of course, she said, Robsy, Magic Mike, Allie, Zenny Zen, Brookie, and the new lady. Hi. So the new lady doesn't have a nickname yet, but Kimberly, just wait, you'll get a nickname.
Right.
So, yeah. So anyway, Kimberly, what do you think of Rob's meal? Do you have any questions, comments?
No, like Michael said, I've never really thought of salmon with my breakfast, but it looks really good. It does. It looks really, really good.
Thank you.
What I see freezing up. It didn't look good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, it freezes and we just gotta go with it.
Right.
Time I heard him, I might not have seen him a couple of times, but I did hear him and I did get to see them. So
Yeah, it looks really good. I wouldn't have thought of salmon or anything either for breakfast. Looked really good. So yeah, definitely. All right.
So up next is Miss Beautiful Alicia showing us her concoction that she made tonight for breakfast work.
It really is a concoction. I hope you guys know, because this is actually one of my favorites. Like, I haven't really had it in a while, but it's like absolutely one of my favorites. And so yeah. So let me first say, potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Okay. Potatoes. Okay, before I start, I'm going to tell you guys, I use one russet potato throughout this whole dish, both dishes, whatever, just one, and it was probably like a medium size. So, okay, here, first of all, right here is, it's actually some cooked up potatoes with chorizo and egg, and I cook up the potatoes, and then of course I put the chorizo sausage, and then I throw the egg in there and just cook it all up. I grew up on eating this. It's a favorite of mine. There's a lot of variations you can throw in there, but yeah, so I did that. And then that's my main right there, and it's super good. And then my side here is some more potatoes, but with cheese on them. So I love cheesy potatoes, and you can never go wrong with them. Oh, they're so good. This, it's basically a scrambled egg with. If you've never had chorizo, it's so good, and there's different ones. I always choose beef. It's my of choice. I don't really like the pork. So yeah, those are the ones. I have had a soy chorizo, and it is really good also if you're into soy. I'm not. I'm not, but I can say that it is really good. And I know a lot of stores, they have it. Huh?
A soy chorizo? Really?
Yeah, it is. I know.
Yeah,
It's just,
Really? Come on now.
I'm telling you, it's okay, but, I got to have my meat, so this is, but, if you don't do meat, I don't know. Brookie over there, she don't do meat no
Oh,
more,
that's
so,
true. Yeah.
you know, um, um, I'm all about potatoes. Um, there's nothing wrong with potatoes. Every now and again, potatoes are good for you. So that is this is like my comfort breakfast food is right here.
Potatoes with a side of potatoes. I love it.
Side of potatoes.
Awesome.
You know, potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. What else can you say, right?
What kind of oil do you use? Just being curious.
I use a canola.
Okay.
Never use vegetable oil ever. I always use either canola oil or an olive oil. Sometimes even coconut oil. Just depends on what I'm doing, and if I want that flavor to come through, I'll do like a coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of times I just do canola or olive oil. And today I did a canola for the potatoes. Then I drained everything, threw in the sausage. And now there's a couple different kinds of chorizo sausage. There's one that's more harder, like a regular sausage, and then there's this kind which is like very soft. It's like you can like pretty much you open the package and you could just squeeze it out. It's very soft. And so I just cooked that up. Another really good thing I love to do is take like a corn tortilla and kind of like cook it up, crisp it up, and do that in place of the potatoes. That's really good too.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. It's really good.
I have a question. What is the difference in the taste for the viewers? Because I'm not real experienced with this choice of meat either, with the chorizo. Chorizo. What is it that you like about the beef that you don't like about the pork? Because Daddy knows you can eat some bacon, so I know you like pork.
I don't know. I just, I've always had the beef one. I like the flavor. I can't even really remember like having the pork. Like, I don't know. I guess always growing up, my mom's always like, get the beef one, get the beef one. So I've always, I never really have done the pork.
I know you haven't had it in a while, but you obviously have had it because you said you didn't like it. Is there a difference in the texture or even the cost? Is one more expensive than the other? Do you know?
Of the soy?
No, of just chorizo in general. We know the soy and all that stuff is always probably going to be more.
Yeah, no, actually, it's not even that much. So for this, when you buy it in the store, you can either buy it like there's a couple different ways. There's one, it's like, it looks like one of those sausage links, big sausage links, or there's these that come in a package about like this big, which does last a while. I mean, because you don't put tons of it for like 2 eggs. You don't want it to like overpower, but it's about $1.30 for that, and you could easily probably get 8 meals. It depends on how much. If it's just you, if you're feeding your family and stuff like that, but if it was just you could easily get from having that 8 meals out of that, and it's only about $1.30. And I believe they're both about the same price. So
it looked really good, Alicia. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
On the fat content for chorizo, are you familiar with what the fat content is?
Okay, so
You're on mine. I have mine in front of me.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't even cook with it. This is a staple in my house.
Yeah.
But mine is a pork chorizo, and it is the mushy one like she described. it has this is 4 servings in here, which is a serving is 2.5 ounces, which is quite a bit.
Yeah, you don't want that much.
You don't want that much, but for 2.5 ounces is 15 grams of fat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in
and
the
you
pork.
you don't even want near that. You probably want half of that.
At least. I mean, I use, if you can look at this package right here,
Yeah.
I used this much in about 8 eggs this morning when I made some breakfast burritos for the house. So I mean, it lasts a while.
Yeah, it does, and it's really cheap. It's like super cheap, and
$39, $49
yeah,
for that too.
it's and even the soy. And yeah, now let me just say, I know like soy. People are like, oh my gosh, like I've heard when I first heard someone say soy chorizo, I'm like, ew, that's gross. But honestly, like the taste is very similar. I know, Michael, you're over there rolling your eyes, but I'm telling you, the taste is very similar.
I can't do it.
I'm telling you, but it really is. It really is similar. It's just I don't really do soy products, so but it is really good, And Brooke, if you're, well, I guess, what would you have it with? Because you're not vegans don't eat
Cook it
eggs,
with potatoes. I'd eat it with
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Potatoes? Yes.
I suggest you try the soy chorizo with some potatoes.
I will. Done. I will do it.
It's
It'd
so
probably
good.
be good too. It's mushrooms, onions, chorizo, and potato.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you
Put some of the Daya vegan cheese on the top. Have you had Daya?
Yeah, I have.
Oh my God, I think melted, it has an amazing taste, especially the slices of cheese. It was out of
I haven't
this
had
world.
the slices, so.
The slices are good.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
Yeah,
But
it's expensive, but if you just use it when you really, really want to use it, then it's
Right.
fine.
But like I actually, when I cooked this up, I actually didn't. I still have like half left over there, so I mean, there's potatoes, but I don't know. I guess for me, I want people to know that potatoes, even though you've had like weight loss surgery and there's carbs, potatoes don't have to be scary, They really don't have to be scary.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Moderation. I mean.
Before we go to Michael, though, I do have to show this because I just remembered that I had it, and I want all of you, chefs and judges, to see the beauty of what that baked potato cakes look like. That is what it looked like when it came out with the spinach and the onions and everything in there. So it looks absolutely beautiful. It truly does.
It really does.
He's just trying to get extra points.
No, I forgot to show that picture because it was so important. You can't see
I know where my point
okay.
was going tonight.
Okay, so let me ask you guys. Let me ask you this. Zen, did you have any questions about Alicia's meal? And also, Kimberly weigh in, or Brooke, or Michael, or does anyone else that hasn't weighed in have something to say?
No.
I think I have a question about the fat content. And Alicia, why do you think? Does anybody know why chorizo is so inexpensive? Is it made with undesirable parts? I mean, I hate to ask that, but.
Well, Michael's got a thing over there.
It just says pork. It's made with, it has fat and pork and flavoring, and then this here does have quite a bit of a filler in it. Ground corn, wheat, rye, oats, and rice. Salt, paprika, sugar, garlic. That's pretty much what's all in that one. I mean, it's just pork.
Chorizo is really good. Whatever they put in it is delicious.
It is.
Well, it's like I really used to like Braunschweiger until I read the label and found out what parts were in there, and I won't eat it.
Eagles.
I love Braunschweiger. I love it. I don't get it very often, maybe once every couple years. But I remember having that growing up, and I just don't read the label. But I do really, really like that. So
Yeah, I still like it. I just won't eat it.
right.
I don't know what it is, but what is
Pick
it?
some up and read the label sometime. That'll keep you from buying it.
Right. And also, when you do that, look at tofu because you're a big tofu eater, and they actually use one of the same ingredients they use to cement pavement that goes on the street. So you never know what's in the food. So
Well,
check that out and look at the ingredients on that because I do like tofu and I will eat it, but you'd be surprised. It's not just the low quality meats that have all these things in it that you would not expect.
No, that's true.
I don't know what that is that you guys are talking about, but I've eaten a lot of different things. I've eaten cabeza, which is beef head, which is not a big deal to me. I know it's gross to some people. I've eaten tongue. I've eaten, beef tongue. Like all that stuff is not like I love deer meat and just look. Kimberly's over there about to pass out, but you gotta understand, like I'm like, growing up, like we grew up. My parents, my grandparents, they went hunting, fishing, like. This is what we did. Like, literally, they would take a beef head and cook it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The thing is, I think that for the viewers that may not know, too, I grew up on a farm, so I can speak of this. America has a very different way of eating, and we tend to focus more on carbs and different things. Now, when you go to some countries, the heart and the tongue and head cheese and things like this are delicacies. In the United States, we throw them away and we go to the Twinkies and the carbs and the Doritos and a lot of filler junk foods because it's what our body craves. But a lot of these organs that we just toss away or use as filler meat in bologna and chorizo and Spam and different things, those are delicacies in a lot of countries. And a lot of times they are high with fat and things like that. But again, in moderation, if it's your taste, go for it, and if it's not, pass it by.
But sorry, Michael, I know you're ready, but one last thing I want to say is, growing up, I mean, I'm 41 years old, but growing up, we didn't go to McDonald's every day, or we didn't have all these fast foods. Like, going to McDonald's for us was like a serious treat. Like, that was like once a month, once every few months. Like, it wasn't, my grandmother, we used to go to my grandmother's house, and she would, every time someone would come over, she would cook food for people. She'd be making homemade tortillas, or tortillas, like Rob likes to say. That's right. I mean, my grandfather had a huge garden in the back. I think that's why I want to go visit Brooke, because like I hope that she didn't show us her garden lately, so I'm a little upset with her right now.
Okay, my garden hasn't been that great this year because of all the rain we got early on. But I'm canning tomorrow actually, and I will show you some stuff. But it really hasn't been as beautiful as it will. Next summer, we're gonna move, and it will be
good.
I will be Farmer Brooke once again.
awesome.
What's your favorite food to can?
Tomatoes, and I'm gonna make pickles tomorrow too.
That's fun.
I'm really excited.
I think Michael, I think I should go to your house, and then we can take a road trip to Brooke's house.
I think so.
Ohio is very centrally located.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for her to cook for me.
I know. And I want to see that horse of hers. Well, okay,
oh yeah, she's asleep now, but my protector.
Yeah, like she's just so sweet. So anyway, but I just wanted to mention that, that like growing up, like this is the kind of stuff that we ate. We didn't eat like fast food like these kids. We didn't get a toy. They want stuff just for a damn toy, and I'm like, no.
It's the normal thing now. So if no one else has any other questions for Miss Beautiful, Then we will roll on to Mr. Beautiful, Michael.
Okay. I made my go-to Sunday breakfast that I make a lot, and I'll start with my side. My side tonight. Come on, you know me. It had to be biscuits and gravy. I mean, and that is homemade cream gravy, homemade drop biscuits, nothing out of a can. So, I mean, and that gravy is just pretty much bacon drippings, flour, milk, salt, and pepper. That is it in my gravy. On top of a biscuit. Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
I know you want to bite. I know y'all always do. Even cold. I mean, it looks really good even cold. So that's my side, and I ain't even going to attempt the calorie count in that. No, in any of my breakfast tonight. And
I'm
then,
guessing like 200. Seems fair.
probably 200 because it's a small biscuit
It's so small.
with
So
a couple of
small.
tablespoons of gravy on it, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
And then I made just an omelet, and inside this is a 3-egg omelet, and I'll eat half of this, and then I'll take the other half for my lunch tomorrow. And in this omelet is cheese and bacon and sausage and onions and bell pepper, and then I put little onions, bell pepper, and cheese on top to make it all pretty. I mean, and it's just a simple omelet. I mean, it's simple, easy, and quick. And when you're feeding 5, 6, 7 people, depends on how many kids are over, it's filling and everyone loves it. So
It looks good.
Does look good.
You can never go wrong with an omelet.
you can never go wrong with an omelet or biscuits and gravy.
That is right. I love me some biscuits and gravy.
I'd say that biscuits and gravy would go really good with my chorizo and
That's
potato.
what I'm saying. And this is just, I do on occasion, I'll throw some pan sausage over into my gravy, but tonight I just wanted to do a traditional cream gravy with some biscuits, and this is what I'm going to eat for dinner, and the omelet will just be my lunch, so. But
Okay, let's go to Zen with any questions that she may have, and then we'll go to Kimberly and then Brooks. So let's start with Zen. Zen, questions on Michael's preparation, his meal, whatever.
Okay, Michael, first I want to say I don't think I've ever had biscuits and gravy. It's not something I grew up eating. We weren't like big biscuit people. But my mom, the only thing that she made that was sort of biscuit-like was a Yorkshire pudding on occasion. But that does look really good. I would like to try it.
made my
Just
heart
kind of
skip a beat.
what?
You made my heart skip a beat. Someone who hadn't had biscuits before.
Well, I mean, I can imagine that the biscuit would taste, like a biscuit, but the gravy, I don't know what that would taste like on it.
Heaven? Like,
I mean, it's like a country gravy, like you would put like on a chicken fried steak,
Okay.
or
I'd take that.
like gravy and rice, like
White
rice
gravy.
gravy, or a cream
Yeah,
gravy with
okay.
potatoes. Yeah,
Really, really thick. Really thick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the omelet looks really good. I like the way that you plated it with the cheese and the little onion on top. That always is amazing, having the onion in there and garlic and whatever else you said you put in there. That you kept it simple.
Yes. I mean, it's just a simple. Just
It looks good.
I got the bacon and sausage and cheese and the veggies.
Michael, bacon, I think, is becoming your trademark. Would you agree?
I think I have bacon in every episode, don't
I
I?
think so too.
Just saying.
We'll just call the show Bacon.
We'll call him Bacon Daddy.
I'm bacon daddy.
Bacon daddy.
So let's see what Kimberly thought. Kimberly, just speak up a little bit if you can But what did you think about Michael's dish and the preparation and what he has?
Actually, I never had the biscuits and gravy without sausage. I've never, like Zen said, I really was never brought up on that until I had it maybe about 10 years ago was the first time, and it was really good, but I never had it without sausage, you know what I mean, with the sausage in the gravy. So that would be kind of interesting. I would want to know what that tasted like. As far as the I missed the vegetables. What he put in there? What did you put in there,
I
Michael?
put in just green bell pepper and onions for my vegetables tonight, and it's cheese and pan
Bacon.
sausage and bacon.
Yeah, I like the way he played it too. It looked really good. It looked professional.
Thank you.
And Brooke, what about you?
I love biscuits and gravy. Oh, my my grandmother is from Georgia, and we would drive down there from Michigan to Georgia twice a year, and I would get so excited when the hills started because I knew biscuits and gravy was coming. And I even as a little child, so good. It's one of my absolute favorite. I'm gonna have to find a way to like veganize it. Is that possible? I'll find a way.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
I'll find a way.
also like a tomato gravy and biscuits. It's really
It's got to be white.
true.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it because the biscuits would be easy to do.
If you find that and trademark a recipe, you might become a millionaire. All over the world.
It's really one of life's great pleasures is biscuits and gravy. It really is. So, and I always got the extra bowl of it too, and I would,
So you can dip the biscuit up in there.
Omelets aren't like my favorite thing in the world, but when I can appreciate how hard they are to make because whenever I try to make them, they fall apart. I just don't have the technique down, so I can appreciate how hard it is to make it look as
I'll tell you,
folded
the
and nice.
to it is the perfect temperature in your pan. Your pan cannot be too cold or too hot for an omelet. It has to be like the perfect temperature. It's like that's actually the third one I made. I made one for my son and one for my wife that didn't turn out looking like that. It took me a minute to get the pan exactly perfect. And then the timing on flipping is another thing, and it's about 2.5, almost 3 minutes of letting it sit there with your goodies on there, and before you flip it, and then you can flip it again to cook the other side some more, and then you just slide it off onto the plate.
No.
So it's about a 5-minute omelet.
That's
Mine
impressive.
always end up looking like scrambled.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's a scramble.
Right?
Or
Hey,
if
let's-
there's too much stuff in the middle, you can't flip it. You have to like close it, and then the middle can be raw. It's gross when you do it.
Yeah, another thing you can do is Michael's 100% right with the temperature. And being a celebrity chef, I've cooked for a lot of celebrities, so let me tell you guys the secret really quick. The temperature is right. Michael's 100% dead on with that. The other thing you want to do is when you take and whisk up your egg, add a little bit of milk or cream. If you don't like that or you can't have it, add a little bit of water in, and then take and put it into the pan. When you start to see the egg start to cook on the side that you can see and little bubbles starting to form, you can pretty much guess the other side is going to be brown and not too overdone. What I like to do at that point is go ahead and flip it, and having a nice big flipper helps too. Flip it over, let the other side brown, and then I don't cook that one as much. I just leave it for a couple minutes, make sure that it's fully cooked. I flip it back over. I put everything I want on there, starting with the cheese and then all the fillings. You can top it over with some cheese if you want. Close the top. Some people will say their cheese don't melt that way. This is what you do. Take a lid, put it over it, put just a few drops of water inside of the pan with the lid on. I guarantee you it will be melted 100% all the way through. Amazing way to cook an omelet.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
but I don't like mine brown.
And adding the stuff after you've flipped it instead of like putting it all in there at one time.
Did you guys see that the Lay's, how they have all the weird flavors of potato
Biscuits and
chips?
gravy
Biscuits
flavor.
and gravy is one, yeah.
It is so good.
Is it?
Yes, I just gotta say it. I mean,
Rob, what was that one that you sent me a picture of the other day?
Chitlins and green.
what was it?
Hold on, I'll show you. I got a picture.
I probably tried it.
You tried it.
Oh no.
I think this is a special one.
Oh, maybe I haven't. Never mind.
Here it is, Michael. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't.
I think it was a joke, and I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, guys, and I really think that New York Reuben is probably going to win. I really, really do.
It tastes like a Reuben.
They're really
I haven't had them, but I had a friend that had them. But the fact of the matter to me is,
Look, Kimberly has them. Look.
Oh, look at that. She's got them.
everything that has to do with New York always wins. They win the lotto all the time. They win the Powerball. They always win in something up in New York. They can't go wrong. So I'm sure they'll win this $1 million prize for coming
what else?
to this place.
Oh, she's got the other ones too, the truffle fries.
Oh,
Those are good too.
I like those. Are those good?
These are the bomb.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. I haven't had them yet.
It's a toss-up between that one and the Reuben for me.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
Let's do this real quick. Let's have Brooke, Kimberly, and Zen text your choice as to who's getting your best in show point tonight. Text that to her, and then after she has all those in, she'll go ahead and call on the judges to announce who they're giving their best in show point to, and then we can wrap it up. I don't think, Kimberly, real quick, did you have a chance to pick a theme and requirements for next week or not yet?
I think so.
You think you have? Okay. After we get the judges to say their results, we'll have you announce what the theme and the requirements are going to be, and then we have some announcement to make at the end of the show, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. So Alicia.
Yeah, I do have a couple of comments. Also, first of all, there's been some people who are having a hard time commenting on YouTube. I don't know what that's about, but it's frustrating. I know that our good friend Lindsay, or AKA Rachel, she is actually watching tonight, and she texted me, and she said that she's watching. It won't let her comment, but she's watching us, and hi to us all, and that she misses tons. And I said we love her and we miss her, and she'll have to come by and cook for us one day.
Right.
So, yeah, and then while we're talking about her, she just had her 1-year surgiversary, and she's doing amazing. She was on vacation, and she looks so just awesome. So proud of her. And then we have a couple of comments from our favorite person, Anna. Apparently, she's the only one that can actually get through, so I don't know.
Right.
But she said, Zenny, no biscuits and gravy ever. I'm crying for you.
Well, I'll tell you, as big as I got, it's probably a good thing I hadn't tried them.
Right?
Right.
And she did say biscuits and gravy, great anytime.
For sure.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so I think that's all the comments or people that could get through and stuff. And so I'm just, Kimberly, did you send me who you picked?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, I didn't get it yet, so I was just wondering. But, okay. So, sorry.
Alicia, if hers didn't come in, just have her go first.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was looking at Zen's, and she confused me for a minute. And then what you said at the end, it confused me. I'm like, what? I don't have a dirty mind, I promise. But looking at that, you guys didn't even want to know. Like, you guys are like, what the hell did she just say?
It wasn't that ambiguous.
No, but it just like I looked at it and I saw. Anyway, let's move on and let's go to Kimberly.
Okay.
Kimberly, who is your choice for tonight? And you can tell why or whatever.
No, I'm not gonna tell a lie. Like I said, I'm a little nervous, so just bear with me. I chose Rob, and the reason I chose Rob is because
Can't hear you.
you can't hear me. How about now?
Okay.
We can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. Did you hear who I chose?
Yeah,
Rob, that's all we heard.
Okay, I chose his because I don't know, it just interested me. It was a very beautiful presentation. I like the way he had the fruit on the one side. I mean, it was just presented very well, and the salmon just totally blew my mind with breakfast. Like, I've never heard of it. So it just is really interesting, and
Thank you very much.
It looked really, really good. And it was a good. It was really good.
Yeah. No, it was. So, congratulations, you got 1 point.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
So let's go to Brooke next. Brooke, who's your pick?
I picked Rob as well. It's not necessarily like food combinations that I would probably be drawn to or order off a menu, but I would probably order the biscuits and gravy. But I really appreciated how much detail went into each step and how carefully you thought out, okay, well, I'm going to do the potatoes and I'm going to smash them and I'm going to do like with the glaze and this and that. And so I thought it was really beautifully put together. And when you said you had it in San Diego on Coronado Island, I'm like, I've been there. Yes, that fits there. And so it really evoked that kind of San Diego coastal breakfast brunch vibe. So I thought you did a really good job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, and of course, Zen, go ahead.
Okay, stop laughing at my text. I chose Rob also, and I thought that it was a phenomenal combination. I don't eat fish for breakfast often, I should say, but I am a huge protein fan, and it's the kind of thing that appeals to my taste, not just because it's low carb, but because the high protein. I love the combination idea of the maple syrup, a little bit of that on the salmon, and with the egg. I love eggs. And the potato, I think that will add something to it, although when I make it, it will probably not have potato. Right. But I am coming to Arizona, and I'm going to have you make that for me. And I will eat the potato. Just saying. I thought you guys all did an amazing job. I thought all of them thought that that sounded delicious and that I would sit down and eat them with any of you. But the salmon was really well done and well thought out, Rob. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, Rob. That's what I would have voted for, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love, honestly, I love all your steps and, and you explained it so well. Jeez. You just,
like be rushed like me and don't prepare so much and just don't talk so much, Rob.
Right?
Just be quiet. Hey, I had to bring a weapon because I can't
just say that's what I got.
Oh, well, in Michael's defense, he did have a mishap this week, so...
It's true, he was cooking one-handed.
I was cooking one-handed. I do have a mishap. I cut my hand really bad at work on last Tuesday, and it's still healing and sore, and I had 6 stitches, and I have, a partial torn tendon, and it's painful.
Are you back at work yet?
Oh, I was back at work the next day for, a couple hours. So I was a full day on Friday.
Defense, we gotta give him
He's gonna be trying to kill us next week.
Right? I know.
I have no bandage on, and y'all just better watch out.
I know.
Okay,
So Michael, do you have surgery on the tendon part?
Only if
Is it gonna
it
heat
goes,
on itself?
only if it breaks all the way, then I'll have surgery to repair it. The orthopedic doctor I went and saw said there's nothing they can do unless it severs all the way. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait and see if he said it could just reattach itself, or it could go ahead and sever. He said use it as much as possible, and if it pops, you'll hear a pop, and your finger will just go boom.
Oh my
Lord.
gosh.
Oh,
Jeez.
I'm waiting for my finger to go boom.
Oh gosh. Well, that's nice
wait
to
for the
know.
finger to drop.
Might have a drop finger.
Wow.
Um,
So,
before
yeah.
we go to, I'm sorry, Kimberly, to tell us what the theme is going to be next week and what the requirements are going to be. We do want to announce that this is Brooke's last episode with us, Crazy Running Mom. Brooke has some exciting things going on in her life with her family and just a whole bunch of stuff put together. And we know she'll come back and join us actually cooking here and there. But as far as being committed on a weekly basis, it's really hard. I want to say something about this format of a show and let people know. There's a lot of talk shows out there, and I have so much respect for people that have those shows because I've had one myself that was very successful. This kind of a show where we are preparing food is very demanding, especially on the chefs, but also the judges. They're making decisions. They're thinking about the foods. But a lot of us have to prep the weekend before. We may only have 45 minutes from the time we get home from work to prepare our food to get it ready to come onto the show. So this type of format is very, very demanding for all of us, but we enjoy doing it. We're not complaining. And Brooke, it is bittersweet that you're leaving. I'm excited for you. I'm going to miss seeing you, but I know, like we said, you'll pop back on and be with us from time to time. Brooke and I have been together on a show for pretty much, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
On one form or another, we have always been on a show together. She has always been my go-to person and the person that's always right there with me. So it's going to be different for me, but I am very excited for you and happy for you. And now we will let our producer, Alicia, and any of the rest of the cast that wants to say something, including Brooke, say something. And then we're going to close with Kimberly letting us know what next week's choice is going to be. So, Alicia, why don't we start with you?
Well, first of all, I want to say, the thing is that Brooke secretly, she likes to stalk me and Rob, so she comes and goes as she pleases, and that's what she does. I know you all think that she's Miss Wonderful over there, and well, she is. I love her to death. But she does stalk me. I don't know why she stalks me so much.
You're embarrassing me. Stop.
But even though secretly I stalk her page and I give her shit when she's not on there posting recipes. She needs to do more cooking videos.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
Like show us your garden.
right?
Go ahead and do a video while you're canning tomorrow.
I will. I'm planning on doing that.
I'm ready to see my news feed blow up with Brooke. So.
Well, I do want to say, I want to tell her, I mean, of course we'll talk all the time anyway, still, but I do want to say that, like she's, excuse me for cussing, but she's a fucking rock star. Have you seen her running? Oh my god. Like, seriously? I'm like, oh my god. And I do have to say that Brooke has always been that girl who has encouraged me and inspired me, even though I was like 400 pounds or 450 and now 375, to run, even if it's down the block, and stuff. So I appreciate you, and you're welcome to come back and show us your new cooking style anytime. And I love you to death, but you know that. And my purpose here is to embarrass you. So I hope I've done a good job.
So let's go on to Michael. I will say, Brooke, so that I don't forget, I would love to see grocery hauls from you, but I know they can be time consuming. But if you can work in a grocery haul every now and then, I would absolutely love that. Michael,
Okay.
you're up.
You know, I don't know what, I'm just gonna miss you.
We'll miss you.
I'll miss you.
Zen, what about you?
Oh, Brooke, gosh, I'm really gonna miss you. It's been great working with you, and but I know I'll see you around on your page, and I'd love to see some how to veganize regular recipes. That would be awesome if you take a regular recipe and veganize it, and the do's and don'ts and kind of things that might help people who aren't vegan kind of like get a little closer to it without actually saying the V word to their family, which makes everyone get all uptight and, stop moving and stop breathing and stuff like that. Some households. But it would be, I think that would be helpful for the crowd, and I know your vegan followers are going to be like, totally in amazement of your creativity, because I know I always am. I still make the spring rolls that you showed how to make.
Thank you.
Spring rolls. I make them religiously. I keep rice paper in my fridge, and my bottle of Sriracha and Frank's is right there. So, and your grilled pizza, all that is just, you're just a very huge inspiration to me. Running and your cooking and, your crazy lifestyle. I love you to death.
Thank you so much, you guys.
I don't want to put Kimberly on the spot because I know she's new, but Kimberly, Brooke was an amazing part of the show. She has an amazing site. She has an amazing YouTube channel, and you can check it out. So I know you don't really know her. This was your first time meeting her, but we are glad that you are here on the show with us now, Kimberly. Before we ask you to share what next week's topic is going to be, let's go to Brooke. Brooke, do you have any last comments or anything that you want to say before you exit stage left? For just a little bit.
I know. I feel like, ultimately, I'm like here. I just, my lifestyle is changing really dramatically right now, and I want to make sure that I'm lining myself up and presenting myself in like a consistent fashion and staying consistent with what I believe, and it's nothing like, oh, I don't want to be here and do, something like that. It's just a different way of looking at my food and the food around me. So yeah, I would love to do like the veganizing recipes, and you guys really inspire me, encourage me to do things, because a lot of times I just kind of feel like a chubby girl like that runs and talks about food all the time. So it's really encouraging that it can like be something different. And I know I'll be back on this show because like I'll harass my way back on when I'm back on, and I'll still be putting out content. So thank you so much.
It is obviously an open invitation, and anytime you're interested, just get a hold of myself or Alicia and let us know the particular dates. You have all the schedule and everything, and if you want to slip on, let us know. We can fill you in on what the topic is, or what the theme is, and what the requirements are, and you can join us and create whatever is that's your way of eating. And as all of us have different ways, it would be amazing to have you on. So you're always welcome here on the show. And I say that from all of us. So let's go to Kimberly and have Kimberly tell us what she selected for next week's theme and the requirements.
Okay, it took me a minute because I was like, I was stuck between two different ones, and I really wanted, I don't know you guys very well, so I think that this would kind of maybe tap into getting to know you guys a little bit better. But I chose childhood favorites.
Okay. And what requirements are you giving to the chefs is for what would you like to see on the plate?
I would like to see the main. Okay. I would like to see a favorite dessert.
Okay.
Like, and I mean, if you guys want, you can have a side. If it's included in what you like, what you grew up with or whatever, that's fine.
But main, side, and a dessert. Gotcha.
Okay. So, just to clarify, so that we're 100% sure, do you want the chefs to do one main and one dessert with one side, or one main with one dessert with a side optional. It's totally your choice. We're fine with whatever.
We'll do the main and the side and the dessert.
Okay.
Okay, so the requirements for the chefs for next week's show is childhood favorites. Okay, one main, one side, and one dessert are the requirements. Okay, so everybody make sure you join us next Monday, August 31st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for an amazing show. And we will see you then. If Alicia, if you don't have anything else, you can sign us off.
No, I'm just cracking up because Michael is, the wheels are just turning in his
Yeah,
head.
he looks really excited.
So much in my head right now. Ooh,
Oh, God. Okay, on that note, we'll see you next week, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.